Hey there! Ever wonder why homeownership feels impossible these days? What if I told you that your parents bought a home on one income, and you can't afford one even with two? This video is going to piss you off, or at the very least make you question everything you were taught about the dream of owning a home. Because the truth is, owning a house today feels like trying to win a game where the rules keep changing and not in your favor. We're going to break down exactly why buying a home has become a cruel joke for an entire generation. Spoiler, it's not just lattes and avocado toast. Stick around because what you're about to learn will change the way you see the housing market and your future. Why homeownership used to be achievable? Let's rewind to, say, 1970. Average house price in the US, around $23,000. Average annual income, about $9,500. That's a 2.4 times a ratio of house price to income. Now let's fast forward to 2024. Average home price, over $436,000. Average income, roughly $60,000 to $70,000. That's 6 to 7 times your annual income. See the problem? Buying a house used to mean working hard, saving a little, and boom, you've got your white picket fence. Now, it's a full-blown boss battle, and most of us don't even get to start with a weapon. So what the hell happened? Let's squash this myth right away. A lot of people say it's just inflation. Homes have always been expensive for young people. Nope. Inflation alone doesn't explain why homes have outpaced wages this dramatically. If it was just inflation, incomes would have risen alongside prices, but they didn't. Let's break this down. From 1980 to now, home prices have increased over 500%. Meanwhile, wages only grew around 200 to 250% in the same period. That gap, that's what's crushing you. It's like showing up to a 5K race and the finish line gets moved 10K further every time you take a step. And then boomers yell from the sidelines, "Just run faster." The rent trap. Okay, so maybe you can't buy yet. We'll just rent for a bit and save up, right? Wrong again? In major cities, rent takes up 40 to 60% of your monthly income. That leaves you with barely enough to cover food, transport, and God forbid, a fun night out. And guess what? Rent keeps going up because housing prices keep going up because people who can't afford to buy are renting longer, which increases demand, which jacks up prices even more. You're stuck in a hamster wheel, except the wheel is made of flaming debt and your landlord is cheering you on. Let's say you want to buy a modest home, $500,000. A 20% down payment means $100,000 upfront. Most people in their 20s and 30s don't even have $5,000 in savings. The average millennial savings is around $12,000 total. So unless you have rich parents or win the lottery, that down payment is like staring at Mount Everest in flip-flops. Oh, and if you don't have 20%, you get hit with mortgage insurance, higher interest, probably a soul-crushing loan term that ends when you're 83. Here's where things get really gross. While you're saving pennies, investors are buying entire neighborhoods. Companies like BlackRock and other institutional investors are snapping up single-family homes and turning them into rentals. Between 2011 and 2022, investors bought nearly 1 in 5 homes in some major US cities. They don't care about the community, they care about cash flow. So you're not just competing with other buyers, you're up against billion-dollar hedge funds with spreadsheets and zero emotions. Another reason homes are so expensive? We don't build enough of them. Why? 2 words: zoning laws. Many cities still restrict building to single-family homes only in huge parts of town. That means no duplexes, no triplexes, no affordable apartments. Why? Because wealthy homeowners don't want their neighborhood to change. These people are called NIMBYs, not in my backyard. They fight every attempt to build affordable housing. They show up to city meetings and say things like this: development will ruin the character of our community, when what they really mean is, I don't want poor people living near my artisanal dog bakery. Governments listen to them because they vote. Wage stagnation and job market shifts. Let's be honest. Wages haven't kept up. Minimum wage hasn't moved in over a decade in some countries. Even college grads are often stuck in underpaid contract jobs, freelancing or hustling side gigs. Middle class is being squeezed from both ends. Living costs are skyrocketing. Incomes stuck? A report by Pew Research shows that the middle class shrank significantly from 1970 to now. The emotional toll no one talks about. Let's talk about the mental side of this. You scroll through Instagram, see friends buying homes, smiling with keys, posing in front of their cute little fixer-upper, and you feel like a failure, like you missed something, like you're behind. But the truth is, this isn't about personal failure. It's about a broken system that turned a basic human need, shelter, into an investment vehicle. It's about turning homes into commodities, not communities. And that screws everyone who just wants a place to live, not to flip, rent, or trade. So what can you actually do? This isn't financial advice, but here's what a lot of people are considering. Co-buying with friends or family, like a mini real estate squad. Moving to smaller towns or remote areas, less trendy, more affordable. Investing in REITs or property shares, get real estate exposure without owning a house. Advocating for zoning reform. Push cities to allow more affordable housing. Getting political, because NIMBYs win when no one shows up to vote or town hall meetings. But most importantly, stop blaming yourself. It's not your Starbucks habit. It's a system that needs changing. To sum it up, home prices outpaced income by miles. Rent is eating your savings. Investors are buying everything. Laws prevent new housing. And wages aren't keeping up. Home ownership used to be a milestone. Now it's a luxury. But the first step to fixing anything is understanding it. And now you do. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.